guys for being here. And also, Katrina, thank you so much for gifting the membership. I wish StreamYard would let us see who gets them. Okay, I'm really pumped about this update. Not this story is absolutely heartbreaking, but just getting more information because I've been on the edge of my seat waiting for more, and we have some pretty interesting stuff to talk about today. One of you guys actually sent me part of it, and then that sent me over to look for more updates, and I found a few other things. So I'm really excited to get into this stuff. But first, I have to say hello to you guys. So thank you guys for being here. Hey, Adrian. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Christina. How do I claim? So I'm a little confused about that. Because at first you had to go where you purchased the membership, or right above when someone gifts, it would say opt in. But now I've heard that people are getting opted in without doing that, and that there is no opt-in, that everybody just watching the channel will put you in to possibly get a membership. So I'm not actually sure about that. They change things so much. We just never know. But hey, B Crumbs, Mama Bear, hey, Christina, which I already said hi to you, but hello again. Y'all know I start to double up. Hey, Melinda. Hey, Dee. Thank you. Thank you so much. Fits in perfect with UK times today for sure. Hey, Gamer Mom. Tomorrow, we're going to do a review of the interview with Letitia's high school friend. So many of you guys have wanted me to watch that, and I'm going to work on gathering a few more things. I've been really busy today planning something with a friend of mine who's going to be working some with me for some Christmas stuff we're going to be doing, a Christmas special. I'm just really excited. We got a lot coming. Hey, Judith, Crime Story Diva. Hey, Stacy. Hash Brown, Aries Girl. Good to see you. Hey, Steffi, Mandy, Henry. Okie Crime News. This one is tough. Hey, Glowbug, Rosalinda, all you guys. Anybody I missed, thank you for being here. YouTube be busting me out the bushes sometimes. It definitely does. Okay, so we have a couple things. So let me start with this, though. So if you missed my live the other day, Tiffanie Lucas is a mom from Kentucky who took the life of her two sons and then went and collapsed and laid out in the front yard. The neighbors discovered the boys, Peanut and Jaden. It's actually Peanut and Jay, they call him, but it's actually Maurice and Jaden. And we didn't really know much else. Well, now we know she's spoken out, given what she says happens. We're going to look at that. We're going to look at a friend who's spoken out to talk about her and her behaviors with her children and just in general. Here's her mugshot. Remember, this was that social media mom. If you've seen on the thumbnail, we have that picture of her with the two boys. Life is great and everything's perfect. And she really was playing into that. Hey, Amanda, I'm so glad that you're here too. Well, I'm glad that you guys are here to talk about it, because sometimes when a case is not as well known, people won't listen. And I love to talk about the cases that we've already been talking about, but I also like to follow the new things that are happening, especially when they aren't getting as much attention. I'm really surprised about this one, though, I will say. Here are the babies. We have, look how beautiful. Oh, my goodness gracious. And then this is a post that she made in 2020. I thought this was so interesting, and I wanted to show you. She says, I cannot understand how these parents are abusing their children, torturing them, selling 11-year-old little girl for dope, heroin, allowing the fathers or boyfriend to have their way with them, and looking the other way in disbelief. Wow, my heart hurts so bad. I just wish I could save all these poor children. God, please protect our children. They are our futures. Really interesting. Beautiful babies. Wow, how do you go from this? Which, like I said, a lot of what was going on here is what it's on social media is just not real life, This one could be really interesting. I agree. I can't wait to show you guys these couple articles. They were gorgeous and look like they were the sweetest boys. They do. I know, neat noodle. There are so many people who would just love them to pieces, Okay, so now we'll go to this article. Okay, just 1 second. Okay, detective. 2 boys killed in Bullitt County were shot in the head. Mother said it was an accident. It was an accident. Both of them, even though you went and laid in the front yard instead of getting them help. Now, this is going to, y'all are going to, I start to get red. That's actually, if you guys saw the little earrings emojis, that's why, because sometimes we get feisty over here and you got to hold my earrings for a sister. Okay. So, a mother accused of killing her 2 young sons last week in Bullitt County was inside a courtroom for the first time on Tuesday, and new details were revealed. Tiffanie Lucas of Shepherdsville was arrested after her sons, Maurice and Jaden, were found shot in a bedroom on the morning of November 1st. A neighbor found them, and they were rushed to the hospital where they passed away. During Tuesday's hearing, Detective Richard Beal said 4 shots were fired during the shooting in a matter of about 30 seconds, and the boys were shot in the head. 4 shots were fired in a matter of 30 seconds. Okay, that's interesting. He said when questioning Lucas, she indicated it was an accident. She said she was being manipulated through Facebook and other ways to do what she did. She also made some comments such as, quote, "I'm in such a bad spot," Beal said. Lucas is being held in the Bullitt County Detention Center. Let me make this bigger. Wait. Let's watch the videos that are on here. There's this one. I'm going to refresh. It was an accident and she was manipulated through Facebook. Okay. Hey, Connor. I know, Mama Bear. I know. Unbelievable. Is he going to give us our video?
And thank you. New at noon, a Bullitt County mom charged with murdering her 2 young sons was back in court today. Tiffanie Lucas was arrested last week after her 2 sons were found shot inside.
Look at her. Just the look on her face is
their Shepherdsville home.
Come on, internet. I'm sorry, you guys. I'll give it a second and talk to you for a sec. Hey, Neat Noodle. Hey, Trailer Trash Barbie. You made it.
The victims were 6-year-old Maurice and 9-year-old Jaden. It was a neighbor who found the kids in a bedroom.
She lives in a pretty nice neighborhood. Since the internet's being shoddy, I'll pause just to comment on that. She does live in a nice neighborhood.
She also made some comments.
Oh, wait, I skipped ahead.
During today's hearing, a detective said both boys were shot in the head.
I really want to have the hearing. I tried to look. I didn't find it. Maybe we can do another little search to see if we can find it after we go through these couple articles.
And he talked about questioning Lucas after that shooting.
I asked Miss Lucas if she meant to hurt her children. She indicated that it was an accident. She also made some comments such as, quote, "I'm in such a bad spot."
Lucas is being held in the Bullitt County Detention Center on $2 million bond.
All right, let's see what this one is before we go on, because we have some other stuff. An accident. Yeah, she has shark eyes. Hey, lunch lady. Well, we haven't gotten too far in. If you rewind just maybe 5 minutes, just a YouTuber, I saw that just now.
It's been an emotional few days for people in Bullitt County after 2 brothers.
What is going on with this? Like, I never have issues like this. We'll just continue on because I wasn't planning on watching that anyways. We'll go we want to watch it, we'll go to YouTube. Okay. Actually, let me just scooch on over here. And then also we're going to go to the Sun for the interview with the friend of Tiffanie. Whoa. Okay. Chilling behavior. Tiffanie Lucas's friend says killer mom had a dark side and would flip a switch before she murdered her two sons. Oh, that's actually the picture I used in my thumbnail, both of them. But she had this social media image of perfect mom. We're always doing the kid stuff. You know, all my boys are everything. I love my kings. They're my world. They're everything to me, right?
She described Janet and Peanut as well-mannered, sweet, and funny boys.
We're going to pause that. We can watch it in a second, but I want to read this to you guys first, and that will give us some time to load. People need to have mental health checks while pregnant. I agree. My Wolfie. She shot her twin boys there. Oh, I haven't heard of that one, you guys. I live close by, and there were so many people who would have helped her if she asked. Several people were stating she had been investigated by CPS and police were there many times. See, I want to know more about that. I've seen that as well. The older brother also said even they contacted CPS and stuff. I want to know why. We also know she has these past drug charges, and B. Crumbs and I are going to try to get those documents. But no one, other outlets have mentioned them. No one's linked them yet. So we need to go directly to the source, which I'll try to do today because I want to know the details. She did time several years ago for the exact charge I think was possession, but I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong on that. So we need to get the details. Okay. The friend of a mom accused of shooting her two sons dead has shared a glimpse into the parents' unpredictable nature, claiming she would, quote, flip a switch, unquote, when mad. Tiffanie Lucas, 32, is due back in court on Tuesday after neighbors found her two small boys covered in blood in bed alongside a gun at the family's home last week. So those are a couple more details if you missed the first live. These little boys were found on the bed. There was a gun right there. She just left it laying, and they did mention there was a lot of blood. Police found the boys lying in a bed bleeding out next to a gun while Lucas was collapsed in the front yard. Now, this is a pretty nice little neighborhood. What in the world? Okay. Which kind of surprised me, I'll be honest. Alex, I'm going through something from a mental breakdown right now, and I'm in a lot of trouble, but I didn't hurt babies. I'm in trouble for hurting an EMT after they sedated me with Versed and fentanyl. Holy moly, trailer trash Barbie. Well, I'm sorry you're going through that. And you know what? We all have our days. I'm sorry, if you're a human alive on this earth and your heart is beating and you're breathing, then I feel like you've had mental health issues in one way or another, some more than others, right? But even anxiety or depression or things like that. I call bull on her story. I do too. So you are with friends here, and yeah, I hope that everything's okay. Sorry, you guys. I need to adjust where I'm sitting a little bit. I believe CPS needs to be investigated on why those boys were not protected. Kentucky crime junkie, let me tell you what, girl, I agree. And yeah, I don't even know if you are a girl, but I agree because almost every case that we discuss that involves children, CPS has either been involved and turned their head the opposite way. They have placed them back into a home that's bad, placed them in a foster home that's bad. I have so many issues with the system. Things need to change. Hey, positive vibes. I've struggled with anxiety all my life. I almost fell, Wolfie. I didn't, but I tripped and I almost fell. And then I'm at mom's because the internet is better here, so I'll usually come next door to my mom's house to stream, right? But she was right above me and she was kind of coughing. She has COPD, so I just was trying to move for that as well. She moved there from Chicago. Oh, wait, so when? Do you know when? Okay. Let's see. Whoa, it skipped this way down. Okay. Maurice was 6 and Jaden was 9. Really, the son? Come on, man. Took us to a whole nother case or something. Okay. Maurice was 6 and Jaden was 9. They were rushed to the hospital after the horror discovery at the property in Kentucky on November 8th. The boys died from their injuries soon after, with Mom Lucas reportedly found collapsed on the front lawn. Lucas was arrested and charged with 2 counts of murder and stood emotionless in court as she appeared via video link the following day. Family friend Talia Crutcher has since spoken out about her behavior, claiming, quote, everything was good, unquote, leading up to the tragedy. Hey, cutie pie. Hey, Nicole. Okay. I was very confused. Oh, my goodness. It brought us off again. Lord have mercy. I was very confused and shocked, and I just couldn't believe it. She told NBC affiliate Wave. We were literally just together and everything was good. The fellow mom, now we looked at, I think we're going to go look at this interview, but I showed you guys this woman's Facebook account on the first live on this case. And she shared a lot. You know, her friends were very close to her children were very close to these little boys. And it's been really devastating for them. I mean, it's not something that really children can even wrap their minds around. We can't even wrap our minds around it, right? She says she goes off very fast, Crutcher said. If this is the same girl, her post, well, I'll wait. Let me hold back on that. So, like she says, quote, like she'll get mad and flip a switch. And I hate that for the boys because they probably got the first hand of everything, you know, and saw everything. A week before Maurice and Jaden's tragic deaths, Lucas posted sweet photos on Facebook of the 3 in Halloween costumes while out trick-or-treating on October 31st. Happy Halloween from us to you, she wrote, adding, may the force be with you, alongside emojis. On May 27th, Lucas captured another photo of herself with her 2 boys that said, my lifeline, my heartbeat, my everything. Weeks before that, the suspect wrote on her Facebook page that every day is Mother's Day in my world. I don't think I would know how to smile, love, or survive if it wasn't for them, she wrote of her 2 young sons. Even on our bad days, they shower me with an abundance of love. Always together, never apart, 3 souls, 1 heart. And I showed you guys this post. In another heartbreaking post from July 2022, Lucas wrote, my sons won't doubt their mom ever in their life. Hashtag breaking generational curses. Crutcher said of her friend, quote, how she was on Facebook is how she treated them in real life. She constantly, every day, told them they were kings and reminded them of how loved they are and how special they are. According to documents obtained by the U.S. Sun, Lucas has a checkered past with previous interactions with the police. We're going to try to look at that. There have been 3 criminal court filings against Lucas in the state of Kentucky, according to the report. While no dates are given and the offenses have not been provided by the source, the 3 filings are all labeled as criminal. Meanwhile, the documents state that in 2014 and 2018, there were disputes between Lucas and her landlords at the time. Authorities confirmed that the mother has previously been in prison due to a drug possession conviction. Darrell Howard, Jaden's older brother, told local news that the boys' families had called CPS on multiple occasions, though it is unclear how CPS responded in these instances. If it came to me snatching the boys out of the house, I should have, and I will hold that on my back for the rest of my life for both them boys. Okay, let me check on you guys, which we watched some of that interview. Aw, Candy Cane Wolfie, 28 months. Thank you. Hey, Search and Rescue. I heard that honk. I didn't hear the honk. But I am outside now. She lived in Chicago when her 9-year-old son's father was murdered. Teresa, that is so interesting. Well, you know what? If you wouldn't mind, could you email me the source for that? It's on the screen on the bottom. I really want to find the exact documents pertaining to all of this stuff. 28 months. Crazy. I love you. Yes, you're not alone, Trailer Trash Barbie. Thank you for covering this, Alex. This broke my heart, and our community is heartbroken. Thank you for being here. Because like I said, I really love to cover cases that aren't being covered everywhere. But it's hard because you want to make videos that your subscribers want to see. And so oftentimes you're stuck in this battle of, putting out content specifically that they want to see and stuff that you want to do that may not be what they want to see, right? So I'm trying to do both. I know that you guys love the Letitia stuff and there's so much to go through, so we will continue that. But I want to weave in some of these other things because I think it's so important. It is so important to use our voices. Sometimes that's literally all we have. And if we, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Now, I'm not saying it's so important to use your voice on everything, because sometimes you want to speak out about things, but you have to, I don't know. I just think that it depends on what it is. But for these kind of things, it's important. It's down the road from me. Oh my gosh, Tracy. Okay. Tragic scene. After neighbors heard gunshots on Wednesday, police responded to find the 2 boys lying on a bed, bleeding out next to a gun. Lucas was reportedly collapsed in the front yard at this time. On Thursday, a judge declared her a danger to others and set her bond at $2 million. She will remain at the jail until Tuesday, when she's expected for a court hearing. Today. That's what we talked about today. More details about the boys' murders are expected to be released, according to local media. Following the tragic deaths of Jaden and Maurice, the community has been vocal about the emotional toll it has taken. Asked what he would say to her, Darrell told CBS, "You scarred everybody with this one. You scarred everybody." Crutcher added that her children are devastated by their friend's murder. "My daughter was mad. They were both mad, and we went out to eat, and that's when it hit my son. He was trying to say something about Jaden, and he couldn't even talk." On Monday, around 200 people gathered at a Baptist church to honor the boys and grieve the loss of the 2 young community members. Bobby Baker, Maurice's biological aunt, told Wave, "It has shaken my whole family." Who would ever think that you would have to worry about a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old losing their life the way they did? My brother is never going to be the same. The community is never going to be the same. So this is Talia Crutcher. She's the one that we looked at her Facebook in the beginning, and she was sharing photos of them. And she also said, look, something has happened because this is not her. She loves those kids. She's an excellent mom, but now she's saying she has this dark side and would snap. Oh, Tony, I love that. Well, thank you. We'll do it together. A friend of mine knows her sister. Oh, wow. That's really interesting. I would love to talk to somebody who did. This is down the road from me. There are so many. Okay, my phone's in the house, but I will check it as soon as possible. Is it about this, or is it okay to wait? Okay. Here's the boys and mom and the dog. We also looked at when they had just gotten the dog. Crutcher said Lucas would get mad and flip a switch. Okay, so now let me just look at something really quickly. Tiffanie, Lucas. I want to see this hearing from today. Oh, also, the Sun has a hyperlink for those documents. Let's see if they actually got them. She had previously been in prison, according to the Daily Beast. Documents obtained by the U.S. Sun. Checkered history inside the dark past of killer mom Tiffanie Lucas after arrest. Did we look at this before? Cops found the 2 children barely alive next to a gun. She was later arrested and charged. According to documents obtained by the U.S. son, she has a checkered past with previous interactions with the police. There have been 3 criminal court filings against Lucas, while no dates are given and the offenses have not been provided. That's interesting. Why? The documents state the landlord issue, which we talked about. I need these documents, you guys. We need to see them. And we need to see the hearing. There's a lot more that came out in that hearing that we don't know about. So let's see. Tiffanie Lucas, we're going to filter it for today and see what comes up. Oh, wow. The Young Turks covered it? Holy moly. Okay. Mother appears in court and new details.
Inside of a Bullitt County court. Breaking details released inside of a Bullitt County courtroom where a woman accused of gunning down her 2 children appeared in front of a judge. Police called to Tiffanie Lucas's Shepherdsville home less than a week ago, where they found her 6- and 9-year-old boys suffering gunshot wounds to the head. It is our top story here at noon. I'm Brooke Hash. A Bullitt County Sheriff's detective was on the stand testifying what he saw and heard that day. He answered the call for a double shooting on Bentwood Drive. Richard Beal was the sole witness in court today. He said 2 neighbors from the same house called 911 once they.
Wow. See, I would love to see this whole hearing with the detective's testimony.
Heard those gunshots, 4 of which police say were heard on a by Ring doorbell. Detective Beal said when he arrived on scene, Lucas was collapsed in the neighbor's yard, while another officer went inside that house to find the boys covered in blood inside of a bedroom. A neighbor had gone inside trying to save them.
He advised me that he pulled into his driveway, and when he did, he observed the defendant, Miss Lucas, walking down the steps of his porch.
Okay, hold on. See, this is why we need to see the hearing, because the information is released that's not in these articles. So this is the detective's testimony, and I believe he's discussing the neighbor who went inside, discovered the boys, and called 911.
Inside trying to save them.
He advised me that he pulled into his driveway, and when he did, he observed the defendant, Miss Lucas, walking down the steps of his porch and eventually collapsed in his driveway. When he approached her, she told him that her, quote, kids were dying, unquote.
Oh my God. See, I didn't even know that. Thank you so much, Rosalinda. Thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you for being here. And let me acknowledge a few of these comments. I hate it here is only 3 hours away. Tammy, oh my gosh, I'm behind, but I live very close to this. It is pronounced Bullet. Thank you. Wow. Okay. Interesting. I love to hear from you guys who are close by there. Absolutely, Aurora Rain. It's that social media. I have the perfect life, situation right outside of Louisville. Thank you. I agree. Trailer trash. Next county over from Louisville. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. And anybody I saw someone else who was right by there. Tracy, please share whatever you guys know or want to, or that kind of thing. Okay, let's keep listening. So she comes down the steps and says, "My kids are dying." Okay, so you obviously know what they're doing, and instead of getting them help, regardless of if it was a true accident, instead of getting them help, what would you do? You would give them CPR, call 911. You don't run outside and lay down in the grass. "Oh, my kids are dying." Yeah, I wonder why, Huzzy. It reminds me so much of Chad. So much. I hate it here. I've thought that multiple times. I wonder if someone local could get the transcript. Ooh, bee crumbs. If anybody local would like, would like to help us, let me know. Email me, because you might be able to just go right up there and request it. And if they ask you to pay, I'll send you the money. See, I think everyone should have access to mental health care. Absolutely, Hash Brown. Okay, so neighbor shows up. Actually, let me rewind this right to where he starts. I don't want to interrupt but okay, neighbor pulls in. She's coming down the steps. And then what she says, just freaking unbelievable.
And when he did, he observed the defendant, Miss Lucas, walking down the steps of his porch and eventually collapsed in his driveway. When he approached her, she told him that her, quote, kids were dying, unquote.
As she told police that someone had given her a gun and no one else had been in the home.
She also made some comments such as, quote, "I'm in such a bad spot."
Oh my God, you guys. It's just like I can feel the fury just like building inside of me.
End quote. Quote, "I'm so stupid." End quote.
I'm so
End
stupid.
quote. "I would never do anything like this unless someone manipulated me."
Oh my God. I'm in a bad spot. I'm so stupid, and I would never do anything like this unless someone humiliated or manipulated me. I'm sorry. Okay. I know that it's probably not like great. I should be like unbiased and just giving you guys the information. But that is just not how I've built this channel, and it is so hard for me to hold it in. This is the most infuriating, ridiculous BS I have absolutely ever heard. I cannot believe it. Unless someone manipulated me. Okay, well, not the most ridiculous I've ever heard, considering we've been listening to Letitia. But, oh my God. Look, I skipped it back right to 111. Okay.
No one else had been in the home.
She also made some comments such as, quote, "I'm in such a bad spot." End quote. Quote, "I'm so stupid." End quote. End quote. "I would never do anything like this unless someone manipulated me."
Oh my God.
The judge kept Lucas's bond at $2 million cash, saying she remains a danger to the public. Breaking details released inside of Bullitt County Court.
Okay. So, hey there, Kentucky Lee. This is in Bullitt County, Kentucky, near Louisville, next county over from Louisville, they said. Trailer Trash Barbie, I've been there, babe. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, you guys. I'm just angry. Okay, let's go back and see. I know I found more details. I wish we could have the court hearing. The transcript could work as well. Oh, there's my live. Okay. We're going to go to Twitter for a moment and see what we can get over there, you guys. We're kind of researching together. I do this before the lives, which I did, but I was kind of hurrying along. Tomorrow's Bentley's birthday, so I have like a lot of stuff to get done by then. But Tiffanie Lucas, let's go to the latest and share this time. Used to be the next county over. I wonder how far it is from where I used to live. Agree, Hash Brown. There was a moment where I thought I would never live without Xanax. Trailer Trash Barbie. I literally had made it up in my mind that I was flawed. I was different. I was not like other people who could come off of that stuff, because you would see, success stories, and I would just tell myself, well, that's just not me. And I was at the point where I was okay with it. And I thought I might be on this the rest of my life. And I haven't touched not one benzo since 2016, and I feel better than ever. And my anxiety is actually a lot better. I do take gabapentin prescribed for anxiety and hydroxyzine, which I don't take it all the time. I'm just telling you, there is hope out there, you guys. You can get off that shit. It is hard, but you can. Hey, Jessie Lynn. Hey, Ashley. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Hash Brown, Kentucky Crown Junkie. All you guys, thank you. Appreciate you so much. Okay. So now on to the Twitters. Share your thoughts. Was it drugs, mental illness, or CPS? Law and Crime just put out, Tiffanie says she shot the two sons by accident. She fired 4 shots in 30 minutes. In court today, a detective from the Bullitt County Sheriff's Office read parts of their interview. See, oh my gosh, with Tiffanie Lucas, accused of killing her 2 sons. According to the statement given to law enforcement, she said, quote, "It was an accident." Can y'all please stop talking over court appearances and just show the proceedings? Did they show them? We are in Bullitt County this morning. Let's just see if they did. Lucas's two young sons, 6 and 9, were found shot last week inside of the home. They both died at the hospital in Louisville. The communities held a vigil for them, and many have left candles and stuffed animals outside the home. About the smell in the city. Okay. So that's all they really put out so far about this. Let's go back. Surely somebody has, I'm going to put in a request, because when I put in a request for Doberman, I got all the body cam footage and everything. Where's the body cam footage? It almost sounds like the responding officer is trying to make her sound remorseful. Okay, that is not the court proceeding. I just checked. Dana speaking out against women on TikTok defending Tiffanie. Women on TikTok make excuses. Disgusting. I agree with Dana. What? Defending her? Oh my God. Tiffanie Lucas's friend says she has a dark side and would flip a switch, which we just read that. If you came in late, we just went through that article. Here's a post about that, she made about the child abuse. This person says, Tiffanie Lucas, a very active parent on social media, once posted about how horrific child abuse was, only to kill her 2 sons on Friday. I don't know if people are good at fronting or they're hit with a horrible affliction, which causes them to do things contrary to their character. Let me show this again, because it was the first thing I showed you guys in the beginning. I cannot understand how these children, this is what she posted, Tiffanie posted in 2020. I cannot understand how these parents are abusing their children, torturing them, selling 11-year-old little girl for heroin, allowing the fathers or boyfriend to have their way with them, and looking the other way in disbelief. Like, wow, my heart hurts so bad. I just wish I could save all these poor children. God, please protect our children. They are our futures. Reports are saying she has a drug possession, and concerned family members of the boys had called CPS several times, warning of her unsuitability to properly care for them. But these claims fell upon deaf ears. And I'm going to show these pictures just because we went through them all yesterday. But in case you hadn't seen, we went through her Facebook and stuff, which she did. She had this appearance of, I love my boys. Look, my lifeline, my heartbeat, my everything, my kings. Her friend even said, here, let me show you her friend's Facebook real fast, because she's commented quite a lot about this. She was just with them on Halloween. This is the one who did the interview with the son. Oh, thank you, Judith. And I go to rehab in 2 weeks because I ask. Oh, I know. Okay, well, look, I went to rehab a couple times too, and the second time it did me a lot of good. I learned so much. Sent an email over and just said, my name is Alex Erickson. I would like to request any and all documents and videos pertaining to the Chad Doberman's case, the crime that took place, and I gave the address and the date. And then they emailed it all back to me. So it really depends on where exactly you're at. But if it's your own body cam footage, oh my God, you should be able to go right up to the sheriff's office or the courthouse and get that. What kind of bullshit has she cooked up? I got to know the rest of that interview. So it was an accident. I'm in a bad spot. I would never do something like this unless I was manipulated. We also know she claimed to have been manipulated by Facebook. Okay. She says, I usually don't ever care to explain myself because this is Facebook and not real life, and they hated Jesus too. But I think some stuff needs to be said. I am a good person, not only on Facebook, but real life. I believe in loyalty, honesty, good intentions. I keep it 100. I don't post my every move. I don't post for attention. I don't have a lot of family, and Facebook has become my family. Don't know why she needed to explain that, but I was just wanted to read it in case it was about that. She says, I'm not okay. I want you guys to hear what she said. She says, being a good mother while my world fell apart was the hardest role I've ever played. But I want you to hear what she said about Tiffanie and her parenting and stuff. She shares this. I can't believe they're gone. We was just together and everything was all good. Tags Tiffanie, the Halloween video of all the kids.
What are we gonna talk about?
You get on the chair?
This is her friend Karen, the one that did the interview we just read. That said she had a switch.
Because I'm going to go down.
There's Tiffany and there's the voice.
Baby girl.
Did you see Tiffany? She's Princess Late. How do you say that off of Star Wars? She has like the buns. Hey, Ramblin'.
I didn't break it.
Me too, Jesse.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Pursuing. Oh, look, there's Jaden. That was Jaden right there. He's got the shorter hair. And then Maurice, or Peanut, has the longer hair. Let's see if we can skip ahead and see everybody. There, that was Jaden again. Wait.
This ain't no more in there.
We're just skipping around for a
I
second.
think he got his hat
See
soaking
if we
wet.
can see Tiffany.
Stop. I run back here. I'm on Facebook.
All right, let's just continue because, yeah. God, Celine, Tiffany, Ann, you was supposed to be their safe place, their protector, their mommy. But instead, you was the, and then it doesn't continue. She says, my babies, man. I just can't believe that y'all own mother killed y'all. I'm sick to my stomach, especially because we were all together this Sunday, and I didn't see no signs nothing was wrong. Everything that glitter isn't gold, because when I tell you she was her normal, sweet, loving kid self, she was just that. I can't believe she was fighting that big of demons and that you let it kill your own babies. My kids are hurt. My son has cried so much he can't even talk or eat. I don't even know how she is living because I couldn't live with myself if something happened to my kids, let alone because of my own hands. I wouldn't be myself ever again. You let your babies die slowly instead of getting them help and shot them multiple times. This is the first place we heard they were shot multiple times, at least for me, until today.
Crack it.
Oh, there's little Peanut doing the
Do it.
piñata
Hit it hard. Hit it.
on November 9th.
Harder. Harder. One more time. Crack it. Crack it. Get it open.
6 years old.
Do it.
My God. Now this one is another one. She says, God, I can't stop thinking about this. I can't believe Jaden and Peanut are gone. I am sick to my stomach. Nothing, and I mean nothing, justify what she did, but this isn't like my friend. She was a good mom in real life, not just for Facebook. I adore her so much and looked up to her as a mom. She loved her babies so much. But it makes you wonder what really went on behind closed doors, because when we was together, everything was just fine and she wasn't acting weird or nothing. She was the normal, happy and laughing, and trust me, I pay attention to everything. She was super nice to all all the kids. Her youngest son was crying over his shoes being dirty, and she handled it so well because she was a good mother. I just can't believe they are really dead, and she is alive. It's a sick world we live in. Hey, David. So it's really interesting because then she goes on to the son and says that she was such a good mom. Here's another one. I can't believe this. Why would you do this? We was literally just together. You were your normal self. I can only imagine the hell you've been putting them through, and they loved you. Let me see. You could have saved them. Tiffanie, I know she would never, okay, she had to be hearing voices or some type of mental issue because this is not the Tiffanie I know. She would never hurt her babies, never. I can't believe this is real. Now, here we have them on Halloween together. It's just so interesting that she puts this out, but then we have the article that comes out today with the U.S. Sun where she says, and I will pull it back up for a second because it's not really making sense to me.
Hit it hard. Great, hit it. Hit it. Harder. Harder. One more time. Crack it. Crack it. Get it open. All right, Jordan. Halloween on. Do it. Hit it hard.
Here it is. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay.
Hit.
So then she comes out and says Tiffanie had a dark side and would flip a switch. So I'm really curious, what is the truth about this? She has an unpredictable nature, claiming she would flip a switch when mad. Let me get her exact statement. She says at first everything was good. I was very confused and shocked. We were just together. She goes off very, very fast, Crutcher said. Like she'll get mad and flip a switch. And I hate that for the boys.
Were something she admired.
How she was on Facebook is how she treated them in real life. She constantly every day were kids and reminded them of how loved they are, especially
Well-mannered, sweet and funny boys who were inseparable. And their mother? Well, Crutcher says parenting qualities were something she admired.
how she was on Facebook is how she treated them in real life. She constantly every day told them they were kings and reminded them of how loved they are and they are.
Unfortunately, Talia says that outside of her being a mother, there was a darker side to her she didn't get along with too well.
She goes off very fast. Very fast. She'll get mad and just flip a switch. And I hate that for the boys because they probably got the first hand of everything. You know, they saw everything.
His hands and knees were literally shaking as he
Oh my gosh, I've been answering all your comments and here I am muted. Of course, I do that every once in a while. It's been a while, so. Daisy says, when parents have to outshine their own children on Halloween, I never have time for that, nor did I want to. I've always wanted to dress up with my kids, but I also never have time. It's always about them, and that's just that. Also, the second thing that I said while I was muted was Trap Mafia said, your channel always makes my eyes water. And I love you guys. I'm so proud of this community. I'm so proud of how huge your hearts are and how loving and caring and smart and funny you guys are. And then the last thing I was going to say was, it does appear that she said she was manipulated by Facebook way too long after her last birth to be postpartum psychosis. I dress up every year. My kids are grown. That's freaking awesome. I thought it was me going deaf. Was that my last one, B Crumbs? Oh my gosh. I forgot. You know, the Nightbot thing never worked. I'm happy to sit in silence with Alex. Oh, Mandy, I love you. Is Karen okay? I didn't see. Let me see. Nope, Ramblin'. It was just her at the home. I'm sorry, Karen. I hope things get better for you. Okay. So this is a freelance journalist who must have been at the court. Let's see what she said. Update: Tiffanie, who was charged with taking the lives of her children, is claiming it was an accident. She claims she was in a really bad spot. Okay, we already know that, but there's some pictures. Tiffanie Lucas in court today. It's too bad we can't get the whole appearance there. Sad to say, I knew her. Oh my gosh. And she was on a bad path back then, and I was too. But the point is, even then, knowing her, I would have never imagined this. This is heartbreaking and so demonic. It makes me so mad. Mental health is real, but it gives no excuse. I don't care what anyone says or what was going through her mind. She could have done anything, gave them to someone else, almost anything, but to shoot them. I'm so disappointed in the world we live in. Wow. I bet it would be weird knowing her. 2 days ago. 1 hour ago. Can we see the court appearance? All right, let's see what this is. So I guess we don't get the whole appearance. WDRB has been digging into Tiffany's background. New details at 6. All right, I will let you guys know when that comes out. We have about an hour. I just want to see if this article has any more details. This story is just, I've got to it's one that has just like immediately grabbed my attention, and I really need to know more. Sometimes the articles will have slightly different information than the videos. A Bullitt County Sheriff's detective took the stand testifying what he saw and heard the day he answered the call for a double shooting. Beal was the sole witness in court Tuesday. 4 gunshots were heard on a nearby Ring camera. Roughly 4.5 minutes later, the last gunshot is heard. Lucas can be seen leaving the house yelling for help. Beal said when he arrived on the scene, Lucas was collapsed in the neighbor's yard, and another officer went inside to find the boys. A neighbor had initially gone inside the home. He advised me that he pulled into his driveway. When he did, he told me he saw the defendant, Miss Lucas, walking down the steps of his porch and eventually collapsing in the driveway. When he approached her, she told him that, quote, her kids were dying. Lucas told police someone had given her a firearm, which she left in the bedroom, indicating the shooting may have been an accident. She said no one else had been inside the home. She was telling police she was quote, in such a bad spot, unquote, and that she, quote, would never do something like this unless someone manipulated me. Interesting. So more at 6. The local news is digging into her background. We're going to find some more. I'm going to do some digging too. I don't know, you guys. I'm going to smoke a cigarette and talk to you and let you go, I guess. It's just unbelievable. It is weird, though, how some cases get our attention and we want every detail, and this one just instantly. Like Chad Doberman, I wish there was more news for that. I'm really looking forward to Christmas, though. I'm trying to plan some fun things for the channel. I don't know if I'll do like a 12 Days of Christmas series, or I'm going to do something. Smoking with you, Karen. Good. We do have the little smoking and smoke break emojis because sometimes this stuff should be stressing us out, and we got to have a smoke. Smoke them if you got them. Sometimes it's a cigarette, sometimes it's a left-handed cigarette. Could someone else get charged if there was manipulation? Well, yeah, but like, okay, so think of, there was a very, very popular case of this girl who convinced this young man to kill himself. And she did get charged. So I think there could be a level of that, but I don't know. It doesn't really, I'll be waiting to hear the rest. It doesn't really make sense. You know, she ran outside though and did tell someone her kids were dying. So that was new information we got. How do you accidentally shoot 4 times and then a couple minutes later another time? Give me a break. Let her be Letitia's cellmate. Jesse, I need to stop. I need to get on the vape, but oh, you guys. Sounds like she's planning on blaming someone pressing her. All right, let's see the text messages or the Facebook messages of that anyways. I just think that's bullshit. Vaping like crazy, girl. Well, we're going to do it, Christina. We're going to dig as much as we can. Sweet Melissa. Seriously, though, and see what we can find about the court hearing today, the exact transcripts. I want to know everything the detective said about those charges in her past. I'd like to see the body cam and the police reports. If you guys were with me for Chad Doerman, you know that pursuing. You know that we were able to get even the CAD notes. So we got what the police were saying back and forth to each other, their reports, just everything. And maybe we can, I don't know how strict Kentucky is. It's kind of depends state to state when we're talking about these cases. Today, we put in a request for some, the prison records of Letitia. All that will be released. Well, good. We're going to get it. But I wonder what she will say about being manipulated or whatever. I know, Mandy. It makes no sense. I wonder if the last shot was because one of them wasn't completely dead, so she shot them again. I want to know exactly how many wounds they had. An accident is when your car slides off the road on the ice, not 4 shots fired. Agree. Neat noodle. Nope, Mama Bear, we don't know yet. But like I said, they've only shown us clips of the hearing, which is unfortunate. So maybe we can get the transcript or the full hearing. Tomorrow, we'll be reviewing the interview that Zav Girl did with Letitia's high school nemesis. I don't know, friend. I don't know what you want to call it, but that will be interesting. And then if I find anything on this, maybe post like some pre-recorded stuff for you guys so you can see it. Or if not, I'll oftentimes will also post on the community tab for updates. So make sure you keep your eye on that. Anyways, okay. Well, I know, Karen. I don't know. Tracy, keep you guys local. Keep us updated with anything local that comes out. And thank you guys so much for spending the last hour with me, or however long you've been here to go through this, as devastating and heartbreaking as it is. Like, having you guys to try to make sense of it, like, helps so much. So thank you. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you to my mods. Lola Star, we don't know, but we don't know exactly how many they got, but we do know there were 4 heard. But the reports are slightly different. One says 4 shots heard. One says 4 shots, and then 2 minutes later, 1 more shot. Thank you, Tracy. It is Trap Mafia. And ain't that right, Mandy? Hug your babies. You never know. And Santor, oh my God, so happy to see you. Cutie Pie been a member for 4 months. Thank you. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, mods. I appreciate you so much. I hope to see you tomorrow. And I hope you have a great night. Thanks for being here. Bye.